Good morning, students. Today we will learn degree of comparison. Now, the question is, what is the need of degree of comparison? The degrees of comparison in English grammar are made with the adjective and adverb words to show how big or small, high or low, more or less, many or few, etc. of the qualities, numbers, and positions of the nouns, persons, things, and places in comparison to the others mentioned in the other part of a sentence or expression. Remember, only adjectives of quality has degree of comparison. There are three types of degree: positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. Positive degree. We use the positive degree when we speak about only one person or thing. For example, tall is an adjective. Now, if we say John is a tall man, here we are talking about only one person, that is John. So, here the adjective tall is in positive degree. Degree of equality. We use positive degree in case of degree of equality. The adjective or adverb is in positive form, showing that two persons or things are the same to nouns having the same quality. In case of degree of equality, we use the conjunction as, then the adjective, then as, or show, then the adjective, then as. For example, John is as strong as James. Here, the two persons are John and James, and they possess the same quality, that is strong, but in equal amount. So we have used the positive degree. Here John is as strong as James. As strong as is in positive form, showing equality. Next, degree of inequality. The adjective or adverb is in positive form, showing that two persons or things are not the same to nouns, not having the same quality. Suppose, for example, Peter is not as fast as Paul. Here, the two nouns are Peter and Paul, but they do not possess the same amount of the quality fastness. That means Peter is not as fast as Paul. That means Paul is faster than Peter, right? So here, in case of degree of inequality, in place of as, we can also use so. We can also say Peter is not so fast as Paul. Next, comparative degree. We use comparative degree when we compare two persons or two things with each other. Two people, things, or places are being compared with one adjective or adverb to show that one has more quality or quantity of the adjective or adverb than the other. The adjective or adverb takes are or year to its positive form and is said to be in comparative degree. And the conjunction than is used to connect the two clauses. For example, if we say a horse can run faster than a dog, here the comparison is drawn between these two nouns, horse and dogs. Now, horse possesses more power in, that means the quality of fastness than a dog. So here we will say a horse can run faster than a dog. In case of comparative degree, after the adjective we use the word than to connect two clauses. Next, progressive degree. Two adjectives or adverbs are being compared to show that one continues to increase or decrease when the other increases or decreases. The adjective or adverb is in the comparative form with the definite article the before it. For example, the steeper the hill, the more difficult it is to push the rock up. Next, parallel degree. The quality or quantity of the adjective or adverb continues to increase or decrease as the time passes. The adjective or adverb in its comparative form is repeated using the conjunction and. In case of parallel degree, we will repeat the adjective or adverb in its comparative form. For example, the days are getting hotter and hotter. Here we can see that we have repeated the word hotter. Next, it is getting hotter and hotter day by day. Here also we have repeated the word hotter twice and connected it with and. Superlative degree. We use superlative degree when we compare more than two persons or things with one another. Comparing one noun, person, thing, or place with several others of its kind to show that this particular noun has the highest degree of quality and quantity of the adjective or adverb being used to compare. The adjective or adverb takes the superlative form ending with st or est with the definite article the before it. The preposition of is used when the comparison is among items and in is used to specify the place, position or area. For example, if you say Susan is the most intelligent girl in the class, that means in the class Susan possesses the highest intelligence power. That is why to draw comparison between Susan and other girls we have used superlative degree. In the same way, the giraffe is the tallest of all animals. So, we have seen that in case of positive degree, we write as plus adjective plus as. And if the positive degree is in negative, then we use so plus adjective plus as. So if we see there is only adjective, then we can say that the adjective is in positive degree. Next, comparative degree. In case of comparative degree, we have to use comparative degree of the adjective and then we have to put a then. So whenever you will see then, you will use comparative degree of adjective before it. Next, superlative degree. The plus superlative degree of adjective. So in case of superlative degree, if we see the and then we have to fill in the blanks with an adjective, we must use the superlative degree of that adjective. So students, let's move to the exercise. Fill in the blanks with the correct degree of comparison of the adjectives given in the bracket. Ramu is the dash boy in the class. So Ramu is comparing with other boys in the class. That means more than two boys in the class. So we have to use superlative form. Overall, there is the word the. So after the, we always use superlative form. So the answer will be the tallest. Similarly, Mount Everest is the dash mountain in the world. It will be the highest. Next, 3. These new bulbs are dash than the old ones. Here, the comparison is drawn between new bulbs and old ones. So we have to use the comparative degree of adjective, that is brighter. Next, though he is dash, no comparison is drawn, so we will use the pure adjective form, that is young. Though he is young, Ramu is dash than his elder brother. So Ramu is dash than his elder brother. Here we can see the comparison is drawn between Ramu and his elder brother. So it will be comparative degree. So we have to write the comparative degree of the adjective clever. That will be cleverer. Next, 5. Rima loves to follow the dash fashion trends. So it will be latest. Next, there are some rules to change the forms of adjective. Adjective of one syllable. If there is adjectives of one syllable, we have to add er and est in comparative and superlative form respectively. So small, smaller, smallest, warm, warmer, warmest. Next, adjectives ending on e. If there are adjectives ending on e, then we have to add just r and st. So, for example, if there is nice, then we will add r in the comparative form. So it will be nicer, and in the superlative form it will be nicest. Next, some adjectives double the final consonant when adjectives end in a consonant preceded by a vowel. The consonant is doubled before adding er and est. For example, in the word big, we can see that the final consonant G is preceded by a vowel, that is I. So here, when we will change it into comparative and superlative degree, before adding er and est, we have to double the consonant. So we have to write bigger and biggest with double G. Next, when adjectives end in Y preceded by a consonant, the Y is changed into I before adding er and est. Look at the word happy. The word ends in Y and preceded by a consonant P. So we have to change Y into I. So the answer will be happier and happiest. Here we can see that we have write I in place of Y. Adjectives of three or more than three syllables. Adjectives of more than two syllables form the comparative and superlative degree by adding more and most before them. For example, beautiful. So, beautiful, there are three syllables. So, we have to use more and most in comparative and superlative degree. Similarly, dangerous, exciting, important. All these are words of more than three syllables. So we have to add more in case of comparative degree and most in case of superlative degree. Now there are some irregular adjectives like good, better, best, well, better, best, bad, worse, worst, little, less, least, much or many, many, more, most, far, further or further, farthest, late, later, last or latest, old, older or elder, oldest or eldest. G. Write the comparative and superlative degree of these adjectives. So you can see students, I have done only one from each of the question. One great. It will be greater and greatest. Next large. We can see there is a E behind the adjective large. So we have to add only R and ST. So large will become larger and largest. Next heavy. Here we can see the word ends in Y and there is a consonant just before it. So we have to replace Y with I and add ear and est. So heavy will be heavier and heaviest. Then mad. You can see that mad is a one syllable word which is ending in a consonant and preceded by a vowel. So we have to write madder and maddest with double D. Next famous. It will be more famous and most famous. So students, the rest of the questions will be your homework. Try to solve it yourself. And if you have time, rewatch the video and try to understand the concept. Okay children, thank you. Have a nice day.